this YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. So I am your study partner. Today we'll be doing Sociology 1502. Um we'll be writing so soon. So this is just a preparation. Today we're gonna be talking about teenage pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy. So with teenage pregnancy, apparently according to our study guide, it says that teenage pregnancy has decreased in our country. It has decreased in our country. The reason why they say it has decreased in our country, because why? One, it's because there is decrease in poverty. Two, there is increase in education. So teenage pregnancy in our country has decreased because why? Firstly, there is decrease in poverty. Secondly, there is increase in education. But however, teenage pregnancy, it is more common now in rural areas. However, it is more common in rural areas. It is more common in rural areas. And the reason why it is more common in rural areas, our study guide says that it is more common because in rural areas there is a lot of poverty, right? So this shows that poverty is one of the major factors that contributes to teenage pregnancy. So we are moving on to the second one. We talked about teenage pregnancy, and now we're going to be talking about a sociologist named Franz Fanon. Guys, if I don't say these names correctly, please, because I'm not sure how they pronounce them, but yeah. Franz Fanon. Once you come across this name called Franz Fanon, just know that this sociologist is the one who came with this thing of racial order. Racial order. Right? Franz Fanon is the one who came with what? Racial order. Because remember, there was no order, right? There was no racial order because why? There was a lot of whites were thinking that they were more superior than blacks, right? Which this thing was invented by colonial thinking and European thinking, right? They were thinking that because you are white, then this automatically it qualifies you to be superior more than other people. So this person, this sociologist here called Franz Fanon, is the one who revealed the hidden messages about blackness and whiteness, right? So you need to know this person, Franz Fanon. So also another thing is, okay, racial food. You need to know what are racial food. Racial food are the things that we do, like some people do before they eat. Let's say maybe you pray before you eat, or you take breaths in between your bites. Things that we do, things that we follow while we are eating or before we eat. Those things are called food rituals, all right? And then some people believe that when I don't perform this particular thing before I eat, I will do this, and therefore this causes what we call anxiety. Food rituals, all right? So, and then also we're going to be talking about what we call social change. You need to know this concept, social change. Social change was discovered by this person, Karl Marx. You need to know Karl Marx is the one who came with this thing, social change. Social change are things like the LGBTQI plus movement. Those things like the social change that we see today. They were discovered by Karl Marx, right? So you need to know that Franz Fanon is the one who came with this racial order. Karl Marx is the one who is associated with what? Social change, right? And then also we have also who we call Emile Durkheim. I'm not sure if I wrote it correctly, but yeah, Emile Durkheim or whatever. This one is it's also a sociologist, right? He came with this thing what we call functionalist functionalist perspective. Perspective. You guys, if I didn't write correctly, okay. So Emile Durkheim, he came with what we call functionalist perspective. So according to the functionalist perspective, a functionalist perspective, he sees things in a way that a society is supposed to be a society is a complex system that works together, right? It works together to promote what we call solidarity and what we call and stability. Yes. So thus, according to Emile Durkheim theory, it states that uh a society, it should be analyzed and described according to in terms of functions. That's why they say it's a functionalist perspective. Right, this sociologist, he states that a society should be described and analyzed according to its functions, in terms of functions. So we have learned. I'm sure you now understand the sociologists. What are they associated with? You know who we call Frantz Fanon? You know Frantz Fanon? If you come across this name, please don't disappoint me. Frantz Fanon, he came with what we call racial order. And you know Emile Durkheim or whoever, but you will see it when you write. So far, you already know this sociologist, Frantz Fanon, Emile Durkheim, Karl Marx, right? Frantz Fanon, I said to you that he's the one who came with this thing of racial order, right? And also, Emile Durkheim is the one who came with Emile Durkheim. Okay, Karl Marx is the one who came with social change, and then Emile Durkheim, he was what do you call this, functional, he came with this thing of functionalist perspective. Yes, so functionalist perspective, I told you that when according to the functionalist perspective, it's when you see things, when you see a society as a complex system, right, that works together to make sure that they promote solidarity and stability, right? And I told you that according to Emile Durkheim theory, it states that society should be analyzed and described in terms of functions, right? So Karl Marx is the one who came with this thing of social change. Social change, you see the changes that are happening today and all that. Yeah. So he's the one who came with those things. So far you already know. You have learned. And then according to Emile Durkheim, in terms of like a functional perspective on education, a functionalist perspective on education, he emphasizes that education should be he emphasizes the advantages on education, basically. All right, so he just emphasizes the advantages of education. So yeah, I hope you have learned, but we're gonna still continue. And thank you so much. If you have not yet subscribed and you just joined today and you feel like this has helped you a lot, please like, subscribe, and comment and share some notes with us so that we can also learn together. And thank you so much for subscribing. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow.